All right, we're recording. I thought it'd be interesting to record my absolute first impressions of the use of the Mantic Companion app. I have not used it yet. The only thing I've done is I did a Google search for Mantic Companion. I did find it interesting that in the results, obviously the website uh, in the search box, Mantic Companion app came up, and I know there's been no short of consternation about um, it's not an app or it is an app. Look, it's an app, bro. I mean, most of the apps on my phone have some kind of uh, website working in the background. So if banks do it, I'm going to call it an app. Especially you can download it to your phone. But then, so I went to the link and I went here. Obviously, I had to log in and create an account. Well, what was interesting is Chrome saved my information from the Mantic website, I guess, and I applied it, created a new password, and then I got to the point where I had to upgrade my subscription to do the free trial. That's where it's a little weird. It's not uncommon for people to ask for a credit card to sign up. I mean, it gets rid of some of well, here's what it gets rid of, or here's what it would reduce. I guess it doesn't really get rid of it, but uh, people that might make up accounts just to continue to have the free, which to me is stupid because it's not worth the effort. But I guess by forcing someone to have a credit card, uh, I guess it does. It's sort of like a check and balance. It's the same thing that Overwatch 2 was recently going to do, which was where they were going to require a telephone number for you to sign up for an Overwatch 2 account to get rid of some of the player griefing and stuff. So I get where they're coming from. I don't prefer it. Right now, I got to remember in January, I guess January 31st or February 1st, I've got to go back in and I've got to cancel that subscription. So, what I've got shared on the screen here is the Mantic Companion. I have logged in, I have upgraded my account. So, this is a nice looking website. I'll be honest with you. Now, I should mention this is on APC. This is not, maybe at some point I'll do the mobile, but I do a lot of stuff on my PC. Um, recording podcasts and editing podcasts. And so I'm here a lot. I'm here a lot. So figured this would be the first, the best method for me to see it for the first time. So I like it. Well, it looks simple in the sense that learn to play, build an army, run a tournament, browse events. Now, a little bit more about me. I don't typically dive into things right from the get go. I'm not. I mean, I can be an early adopter, but I prefer if things are going to be rough or in alpha. I'd rather have you guys or someone else take it on the chin and go through that process. And I have seen some of those uh, complaints that hey, this is pretty rough. And in a sense, this is a beta test, right? Um, and to be frank, it's the same thing with rules, right? Like you can put rules and you can play test them, but if you have 50 or 100 play testers, it's not the same as several thousand people playing it, right? So uh, the scale is important in this case, and so it's interesting. So I'm going to focus on Kings of War because obviously that's my interest. What I do find interesting is that I, I just like the way it looks. So let's just click on learn to play. What does that do? Uh, okay, so you've got a getting started guide, Kings of War, Dead Zone. That's kind of interesting. I mean, it's an interesting website design. So go to Firefight Hub, or so let's start with let's just go getting started Kings of War guide. View the access the free rules. Right, we already are registered, so I guess view the Kings of War views. Okay, this is dope. This is awesome. So let's look up the new concealed rules. Is that in here? We're shooting. Uh, range phase. Where's cover? Let me just. Oh, here, cover. Concealed target. Holy shnikes! Now, something that was brought up on another podcast that has me wondering is, uh, with difficult terrain or what used to be known as difficult terrain, if you were in it 50%, you're obviously concealed. But are you also obscured? And that was on the Newbie Dice podcast, Adam Ballard. So shout out to Adam for bringing that up because I thought it would be a either or. You're either obscured or it's concealed. And like, let's say you have a giant. I'm getting off track here. Let's next chapter. Interesting. Interesting. Disorder, additional attacks. Interesting. I actually like this presentation than maybe the Big Red Book. It's simpler, and I think it distills it down. I don't know, I don't have both of them next to each other, so I don't know. h- This looks clean to me, right? All right. Well, let's back up. Well, I guess do I have to back up to get to? Oh, look, I can just go back to this here. Oh, that's the rules. Let's go home. Okay. Again, learn to play. Go to the Kings of War hub. I'm not sure what that is, but what is Kings of War Third Edition? I'm digging the fact that they are integrating other forms of social media into this. So play collect Kings of War. So I think we already read the starting. Wait, did we read that? Read our getting started guide. Where is the starting guide? Oh, step one is if you want the rules, but go down here. So it's not. I mean, maybe I'm too old. Maybe it's not why it's not intuitive. But all right. So I have been playing Kingdoms of Men of late. So let's take a look at Kingdoms. Let's look at Kingdoms of Men. Okay. Interesting. There's a little snippet from the Uncharted Empires book. Shop Kingdoms of Men range. Now, I should go back and check out a Mantic army. Okay. Okay, so they're giving you models that would work for Kingdoms of Men if you wanted to. I guess they're just giving you. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this. Um, I would almost prefer them just to say we don't make any models for Kingdoms of Men rather than to punch you here. But I guess they have to give you somewhere. Let's. Oh, so that opened up a new page. Let's close that. Let's go back. Let's go back to and let's do salamanders. All right, so same sort of thing, but they have say a picture over here. Shop the salamanders range. Okay, let's go take a look at what's all. Let's look at herd. What are they pointing to for herd? Um, herd. Is it the herd? Oh, it's the herd. I never understood that. Shop the herd range. So in my mind, this is maybe centaurs and werewolves. And are they going to push us to forces of nature? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know where else they would push you. I mean, other than if they want, because they're not pushing you to a special page. They're pushing you to the website. I assume this is just this is just the Mantic website. So I think it makes sense now why they upgraded the website is because it needed to be integrated with the Mantic Companion. So, well, that's super interesting. So actually, that link just kept me on the website. So let me just close. Oh, because I see it when you click this, it moves you into the. All right, so now let's go back. So we kind of that was interesting, interesting. Wow. Maybe just start way just yeah. I guess just maybe if I just click that, just take me home. All right, perfect. So we did the learn to play. Oh, and I like that you go right to the Kings of War hub, right? And it gives you some stuff, and then oh look, there's more articles. So I'm assuming anything that's got the Kings of War tag. It's not a tag. What do they call it? Hashtag. Will be here. That's interesting. What really cool is if they had third party stuff, like I don't know, podcast maybe that'd be pretty sweet. Um, but then maybe that would be construed as an endorsement. So maybe that's why they don't do that. But so let's go build an army. The Mantic are the official apps for creating and sharing rosters. Go to the Kings of War list builder. So this is the part that I've been the most eager about because I like Easy Army. It's a very clean interface, but I will say it was slow to update and it wasn't counterintuitive. It's not like, and I'll be honest with you, some of the things I didn't like was if you set it at like strict, for example, they had strict and passive, and if you forget to set that the right way, you wouldn't be able to view it until you have a legal list. And sometimes when you're just spitballing, you don't even have a points number in mind. So it'll be interesting to see how this works. So quick create. Oh, you can change this to change the in the comment. So I guess at some point you can go in there and say, "Oh, I play 2,000 points mostly." But let's build a salamander list. I am a would-be salamander player. I am in the process of building a bunch of models, so let's take a look at that and see. So quick create, I assume, is going to be like the list from the quick create function that's on Easy Army, where you just give it a thing and it just quickly jumps in. Whereas quick create new list, well, let's find out the difference. Quick create, I'm assuming, is like the full one that's saved and everything. So let's what are these? Public. We'll come back. We'll come back to that. So quick create list first. Okay, yeah. So it just defaults to whatever you probably have in your account. Let me back this out and let's say create new list. Yep. So it's got a very similar feel to now. To be fair, the app that this is based on, which wasn't Easy Army, I've never used. So, all right. So army type, army name. Let's call it kick butt Sally list. I don't know. Main faction. Oh, because allied faction. You know, I'm curious now. If I say salamanders, which are good, will it let me? Ooh, I like that. Look at that. It won't let me pick the ones that are done. Now, it would be even better if it had a pop when you go to select this to say, reminder, this is an optional rule, right? And is not, and allies are not designed for competitive play. But so that's cool. Game type normal ambush. So I'm assuming it'll change the, you under 750, your max points is 200 and 250 for 750 to 995. All right. Let's go ahead and create the list. Okay. This looks just like Easy Army to me. Well, I'm just gonna throw in what I have. Oh, look, Scorch Wings are in fact a regular. In the book, there's a misprint that they are not a regular. Well, I've got. Okay, so they have it infantry. They have it broken down just like Easy Army. That's helpful. That's kind of weird though. That's cavalry and then large cavalry. Oh, I see. Infantry, heavy infantry, cavalry, large cavalry, swarm. So it is an order. Is it alphabetical? I guess it is. Yeah, except for the heroes, which are just at the bottom, and then the force formation. And they did say, I did read somewhere that the formation you can actually remove now, which was a nasty bug in Easy Army. You get your list built, you add the formation, you can't take it off. You got to start over. So let's start with large infantry tyrants. Let's go. I don't even remember what that does. Will it tell me? Maybe when I add it to the list, let's add that and let's add it. All right. Now, what would be okay? It's down here. What would be really cool is right here or right here if there was a link. That's just, but I get it. Effigy of fire once per game. Okay, so it's like part D3 vicious. Okay, probably worth 5 points. Now, oh, I see it up here. Custom a name and then the magic artifact. All right. Oh, shop. Let's try that. Buy unit. I don't think you have to have the. I mean, I don't know that you have to have the separate thing. It could just you click it and it just takes you to this page. Shouldn't have to click buy unit. But yeah. All right. So let's close that out. Close that out. Magical artifact. It looks like just like normal. So it's so let's give him Bruce sharpness. Why not? And then let's add another horde. And how do you take out an old horde? Let's take this one out. Let's take these two out. And let's add another one with I don't know. Brew of strength. It's probably now let's go with the well no let's go with the cheap let's go with the cheap one. Let's go with Helm of the Drunken Ram. 20 points. Add there. Cool. Now, I guess this is a legal list. I don't see anything popping up. What's interesting is though I got the list options. So that's what I set it up with. Tournament code. Oh, wait. Submitting this list to a tournament will disable being able to. Oh, that's amazing. So that you'll be able to put a tournament code in there and it will send it to the tournament somehow. That's freaking amazing. One of the things that I'd be interested in though is the future flexibility of the scoring systems. I know he said that they would have like blackjack and spring kings, but I don't use either of those. So I use a modified out of the book. So for my tournament. So it'll be interesting to see if we will have the option to do the counter charge scoring system. So CCSS. I don't know. I'll let Matt figure out an acronym for it. That's cool. What the other ones I was looking at? List special rules. Now these are just all the special rules. I love that. What else I like about this is I think before in Easy Army you had to click View the list to actually get to this stuff, and so the fact that it's just there is amazing. And then look at this, a lot more stats. Average defense for. So this is going to make Tom the Spy Master and is very happy. And Nick Williams too. He's a stat guy, so this will be fun. Special rules is cool. Spells again. That's awesome because if I'm using my iPad, it's just like boom. It may not be in my list, but it's in your list. I'll be like, oh, dread, boom, there it is. That was special rules. Sorry, I meant to do spells, but same thing. Artifacts, the same thing. I love that view. What is that? Okay, it's basically just taking it full screen, I guess. And then it's giving me, and it's valid. Okay, so it is doing a check. See, I like that. That's what I wish Easy Army would do. If it's not valid, it won't let you view it, right? But I like this. Yeah, here's your army that you got built as of right now. By the way, it's valid. I wonder if it'll let me. So let me delete one of these, right? So, and let me just delete this real quick. Let me just grab one. Let me just add a. Let me add. Let me add a thing here, and then plus. Okay, so it let me add it, but it's telling me that it's not legal. What if I click view? That's what I wanted. I want to just tell me it's invalid, but let me look at the damn list because I may just be spitballing at this point. That's great. That's really great. Ooh. Okay. Escape. Brought it back. I don't know. I guess I'm just clicking buttons. Share, print, image, PDF text. Okay. That's cool. That's super cool. Before you'd have to click view in Easy Army and then scroll down and out, and I think it's output and then text, PDF, image. This is great stuff right here, man. This is good stuff. And then print. Loving this. I guess the reason why it doesn't have the thing for the tournament is because in list options, you can put it here and it automatically sends it. Okay. Oh, look at that. What is verbose summary? Let's just see what happens. Save list options. I don't know if it. Someone will have to explain to me. This looks exactly the same, so I don't know if it's different. So I mean, it's got the one unit I've added, and then the special rules that it has. So let's go back and change that back. List options. Verbose summary. Wait, close that. No, it has all the stats. I don't know what's different then. Oh no, right here's the difference. It just says this is it. Here's your stat line. It doesn't give you all the extra stuff. I guess that's good if you're like a super, not super, but if you're a person that's played a lot and really know the list, you just need the stats. Well, you may not even need the stats, but I guess that's gonna. So if I go back here, go list options, and then click save list options, yeah. So that's the difference. It's adding more stuff to the list, which this is the way to go. All right, so this is great. I'm a big fan. Yeah, I've been reading that there's some issues with um, stats being wrong or something, but good lord, this is not only is it new software, Elliot is having to add all the changes from the big red book, which there's a lot. Yes, each individual change might be small, but cumulatively there's a lot of them. So that's super rad, as some of our folks would say. So let's go back here. Oh, look. So Quick Create did save it, but I guess you just have less options, maybe. And let's just see if I. Okay, so it brings it still back up. And does it have options? I don't know. So I guess I don't really know. I guess I'm wondering if this. Whoa, that's interesting. So when you open up a list, that was another thing that used to piss me off. I'd open up the list to use that as a basis for a new list, and then you have to save a copy, right? It's doing that automatically. So let's just try that. Let's just open this up and let's finish this out a little bit. So delete him, he's dumb. But I'm curious of how many points I've got built so far. So I've got two, I'm looking at large infantry, two tyrant hordes. Why not? We'll give him effigy fire. I guess that's why I have to give the one guy the big uh torch. Eh, so I'll give one with and one without. Why not? I've got two hordes of rhinosaur cavalry. Um, I still don't like the fact that it's only crushing strength one. It should be more than that. Those guys are big and bad. All right, so we got two of those. La 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 la. I've got a mage priest. All right. Well, I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm just gonna add it just to give me a sense. Look at that though. These these four units pretty much get me to 1,000 points, which puts me well on my way. Well on my way. All right. Gotta have two phoenixes. Everybody says it's broken now. So and let's just go one, and we'll go one ancient. Look at that. Woo. Okay. Am I legal? Yeah, I'm legal. We gotta have some ember sprites, don't we? I don't know where they are. There's ember sprites. A regiment. Let's do like four of them. Anyways, guys, this list building thing is pretty sweet. I'm a big fan, and let me just give you again. This is great. I like it a lot. I think it's cool. I think they didn't on this list. They didn't try to follow the book format where they have those stupid things with the bubbles on the side. I think this is just maybe it's the old Warhammer player in me, but just having it across, just right across like that. That's freaking awesome. All right. Well, okay. Let's go back home. I do like the fact though that list duplicated. So, oh yeah, we were gonna look at that, weren't we? Uh, I was gonna go. How do I get back list history? That's not it. What? Oh, wait, can you record wins and stuff? Okay, that's dope. Not that I'll be smart enough and dedicated enough to actually use it, but that's fresh. Okay, that's fresh. So I guess you can go win, loss, draw, abyssals, and you can say, oh, and if they had allies, and then you can give point. Okay, sweet. I wonder. No, what would make this sweeter is if once if he's got tournaments in there, if it would automatically dump, and maybe it already does, it would dump those results into your list history. If you've sent a list to a tournament, the tournament organizer is using this tournament software and it would communicate back and forth. That'd be sweet. The other thing that would be missing if you're just typing it in yourself, I would love to be able to have a drop down of what scoring system was used. But I mean, I guess you could type it in the notes, but that's pretty cool. List options. That's not what I want. How did I get to the? Is it home? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. All right, so I like that. So they basically had this list, and then when I went in and made changes, it kept them all. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I like the fact it's making sure. Hey, are you sure you want to delete it? That's cool. All right. Well, let's go back to the beginning here. We talked about this. We talked about this run tournament. I think. Well, we can look at it. I don't know that it's working yet. I'm not 100% sure. Go to the Kings of War tournament companion. I don't know. Create new tournament. Tournament name, tournament points, tournament rounds. Where's the scoring system used? Okay, that's what I'm not seeing. Let's just put test 2000. Let's do 3. So you know what? Do I want to put one in? Let's see, 3, 3. And I guess I wonder. Oh, okay, good. So you could delete it. I was like, I hope you're not just feeding. I'm not just feeding junk into the Mantic Companion. But I like that view live. What is that? Ah, okay, super cool. I'm gonna close that, and I'm just gonna delete that. How to run tournaments. All right. Well, I definitely need to check this out, and if at some point I mean, for sure on a one day, I'm totally, totally, totally gonna do it. I mean, the difference between out of the book scoring and what we have done in the past is, uh, um, well, in the past we've done a modified win lose draw, and this year we're actually thinking about uh, major win, minor win, draw. You know, uh, minor loss, major loss. So instead of three categories, there's five, and that's the starting point. A little bit more specificity for you know the achievement of of getting objective tokens or control victory points, whatever. But all right, that's awesome though. Let's go back here. Is there anything else I dead zone? I like so I'm assuming browse events. It just brings you down here. That's super cool. Well, guys, so far it's two thumbs up for me on the Mantic Companion. I will say, uh, what I've seen so far, I like. Now, I haven't run any bugs yet. I haven't run. I mean, I haven't looked for faulty data. So if it was a paid product, I'd be pissed off if there was a bunch of stuff like that in there. But since we're in a beta test, I'm fine with it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to using this more and more, and I'm also looking forward to seeing more things evolve. Like I know they haven't added, um, oh, latest rankings. Now, I saw some discussion on this as well. Look, man, this is just the rankings for tournament. I assume for the tournaments that they have scoring system for. So it's not a master's ranking system. It's just its own thing. But I think one of the benefits of having Mantic's own software and I think Infinity does that. You're collecting data because you've provided the tools to use, so the data is there. Whereas right now, people use other software in the past, tabletop, TO, what war score, and then you have to submit the stuff. And so now it's all automated. So I'm a big fan. I think it's going to be cool. The rankings thing. Where did I go? I went to events. I want to go to rankings. Let's just see. So select a season, select a country, states, select a oh. What if you don't have pick a faction? Just click update. Hmm. Well, I have to pick a faction. Might not. There might not be anything in here yet. So I think that's interesting. Ranking calculations. It tells you how many points. Okay, or how it's calculated. Interesting. Well, all right. That's it for now. Like I said, two thumbs up for me. I think it's super exciting to see this new product. Uh, in my mind, in some ways, this is Mantic's responsibility, right? And I know they've shrugged it off on other people to do free or paid versions, but if you want to go to the next level, this is what's required, And in terms of the price, what is it, £60 a year? So that's £5 a month. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. Um, I don't know what's that translate to, like $70 for something I use 4 or 5 times a week or more. It's fine. And then the fact that I don't have to carry my iPad now. I don't. I have PDFs of the rule books, right? I have the digital copies on my iPad, um, but PDFs are a pain in the ass. This this gives you quick access to the information. Oh, the one thing I didn't look at was supposed to be here, Math Hammer, right? Yeah. So rules to so let's. I didn't look at that. Okay, this is the stuff that I was doing anyways in Excel. Like I would say, oh, okay, defense six, are warriors better than siege breakers, and laying out all the scenarios and playing them, doing the probabilities. This is just doing it for you, and it's giving you all the options. So now, what I hope doesn't happen is during the game, someone's pulling up their phone and making decisions based on this because I'm not waiting for that. That's like you got to you're on the clock. I mean, I guess if you have time on the clock, you can do it, but I don't want to have. I remember Patrick Zoro Allen would in his brain, you could tell he was like computing this almost like a robot, just figuring out the statistics. That's okay, but having to pull up an app and be calculating out like, oh, okay, I've gone here, take my cross the two, and kind of no. But it's cool. I from a as a tool to research the usefulness or I guess the effectiveness of a unit in different scenarios. This is great. So, all right, we're almost at 30 minutes, so we're gonna stop it here, and we will see you guys on the next podcast. or live stream.